can't get a drop of dirt on the side of that right there.
Are your feet getting circulation right now?
Well, that's a good question. Good morning, everyone. We're here on day number 1 of Project 16. How cool is that? That is really fun for me to say. We are on Project 16 here in August. We are in Hamel, Minnesota, so water features are fun everywhere. This time it's right here in Hamel, Minnesota. We are staged. We've got boulders waiting for us. Oftentimes these boulders will have to wait for us for a few days before we can get there, and we do our best to convey that to our clients. In this case, it is Wednesday morning and these were delivered last Thursday. So with that being said, what are we building today? We're building a pondless waterfall, and what we like to call this is our Small Pondless Waterfall Plus package. What that means is we're upgrading our pump from a 2,000 to 4,000 gallon an hour pump. We're going to go to a 4,000 to 7,000 gallon an hour pump. Instead of a 10 by 10 liner for a small pondless waterfall, we're going to use a 12 by 15 liner, and we're going to make sure that this has a lot of room to be creative. So we got to use a wider liner, we got to use bigger boulders, and we got to have more flow, meaning wider waterfalls. Right about where that bush is, we're going to be having the client take that out for us, and they're going to be able to get rid of that for us. That's where we're going to start our waterfall. We're going to have something that's going to be coming towards the house so that we can throw the sound up into their seating area, towards the house, twisting back in some falls that are giving curb appeal to everybody driving up. So when you first come about where Aiden is in the truck, you're gonna start seeing your waterfall, and then everything's gonna be projecting some sweet sound this way. So it's gonna have a curb appeal, it's gonna have some good sounds. We're gonna mix up the sounds too, so we can have our high pitch notes and our low pitch notes. So stay tuned on that. We'll show you kind of how we're doing that and why we're doing that, because what I love about pondless waterfalls is that they have that ever presence. We love our clients. Thank you, thank you. He came out with a cooler full of ice for us this morning. Some 0-calorie Gatorades, which are great because I can't have sugar, so I love it. Thank you, thank you. Things are going great here. We're just getting the trailer unloaded, getting ready, moving forward. But it looks like we're gonna have to come up with a plan on how to deal with this irrigation, because it's gonna come on soon. All right, we're just getting the rest of the gravel out of here. There's a little bit behind the trees and a little bit of hand stuff. You can't get it all out, which is okay. We're gonna be coming in with dirt, and we're gonna be digging our hole in here and backfilling and raising up our level. So we're trying to get the bulk of it out, and then when we come in with mulch over the top, some of the stuff that is left over, you won't even hardly know. So we're almost there. Take all the plastic out, take all the roots out, so it's all just gravel and dirt, so when we take it to the dump, they're not mad at us. All right, we're working on the basin next, so this is what we're gonna go for our configuration. We're gonna do a single layer of 4 aqua blocks. That's gonna give us a good surface area for us to bring that waterfall onto and really bring it in tight. I think it's gonna look fantastic. All right, so we got our basin laid out. It's 4 aqua blocks. We're gonna do a single layer. Oftentimes we'll do a double layer. This time we really want this to be able to transition down and have a nice waterfall that's going towards the street and such. So I wanna make sure we have a nice big basin to play with. So it is gonna be 4 aqua blocks. It's gonna be -16 inches. We've got that written down there in the dirt. So that's off of our 0 spots. So we go 10 inches below what we need. These are about 10 inches, and then we plan for 2 inches of gravel on top of that. I want our water line to be about 4 inches below, or right where that concrete is hitting the dirt. Just because of the way the soil is, we'd have to bring in a lot to raise that up, and I want everything to kind of point and naturally drain out that way. So things are looking good. We're gonna keep on rolling. That's gonna do it for the end of day 1. What an awesome day it was. Safe, productive, and tons of progress. So I am very happy. We will see you tomorrow for day 2, project number 16. Day 1 complete. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's day 2 here on project number 16, our Small Pondless Waterfall. It's going to be anything but small. This is going to have a humongous impact on the home and everybody walking up to the home. It's going to be eye-catching. It's going to look fantastic. But we are already in the middle of it because we have rain. So it's about 9:30 right now. Rain is kind of bearing down on us, so we get busy working when that happens. All right, without further ado, it's time to get to work. We got much to do. Bye-bye. Oh, these guys are awesome. We are conquering the elements. Muddy shoes, muddy weather. It's just been enough rain to just keep us going and keep us frustrated. Guys covered up everything with the tarp right away. Then you can watch some hyperlapse of us creating this awesome waterfall. We're gonna have 3 drops on this. It's gonna be twisting out and back towards the house and then over this last drop. Really excited with the color composition we have. We have some really sweet rocks. And once we wash off that rock up on the top corner, that's gonna have some glass in it. Like, it's a really cool looking rock. So can't wait to show you that one when the sun hits it. We're gonna have some really cool stuff happening with that waterfall. And I'm thinking things are looking sweet. Aiden's really trying to show off his boots.
No, we're good.
No, go ahead, Aiden. In the background, he's like kicking these up to me, up high, so.
I got it tight now, are you happy? It's not really tight.
How is that tight? Look at this.
It feels really tight.
You can't even get a drop of dirt on the side of that right there.
Are your feet getting circulation right now?
Well, that's a good question. The next time we get to work, which may be tomorrow or Monday, we're not quite sure with the forecast, we will be bringing this to life. How cool is that? Well, that's it for the end of day 2. I am Nick the Pond King. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. It's a free thing that actually does help us. Turn on your notification bell because we only put out 1 episode a week. You're not going to want to miss our content. We're on project 16 right now. So far this year, we've got project 22 lined up. And before you know it, we'll probably hit that 24 again. If you're looking to have a water feature built, give us a call, 952-454-3101. We would love the chance to earn your business. And I am a crazy artist who just happens to love building water features, and I have an awesome team that supports me to do that. And these guys are just as talented as I am. Before you know it, they're going to be taking over and building their own waterfalls. That's it for today. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Hey, good morning, everyone. We're joining the team at about 10 o'clock in the morning. I was picking boulders for the next project, which is project 17. That's going to be in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. It's going to be an awesome medium pondless. As for the project we're on right now, the most important project we can work on, project number 16 is our Small Pondless Waterfall, and the guys have got it just about ready to bring to life. So we're going to be plugging it in shortly here. We're going to see that everything's working the way we want it to, make some adjustments, and then we got to do all of our tweaking before we bring in mulch. We'll be finishing this today. We'll be doing cleanup, and we'll be moving on to project number 17 before you know it. All right, Aiden, you got to be the one to bring it to life today. It's ready to be plugged in. Would you mind plugging it in for us? And then crank it up to 10. All right, so we just had to do a little bit of foaming because water was going behind the rock a little places, so we turned it off. Now the guys have it in a real good spot for us to start doing our mulch. We're gonna break up some of the rock look with the mulch. Justin's working on putting in the post. We always include a post because we like to make sure that everything is mounted off the ground. That's supposed to be mounted off the ground. Everything's going good. we're right next to a client that we worked for last year. We built project number 23 for Pat and Chris, and we're gonna go check out that pond because they've been texting me all year, sending me pictures, telling me how much they love it. And they said, if you're ever in the area, just let us know. We'd love to show off the pond and how much we love it and how much they've worked on it. So as a bonus for you in this episode of number 16, we're gonna go check out project number 23 of last year, and we're gonna go show you that pond that we built right before the season ended. I'm super excited because they're in love with it. And that's one of the things that just fuels our fire over and over and over again, is when people love their water feature, when they plant it, when they spend time with it, when they send us pictures. All of that is what makes us love what we get to do for a living. So next time you see me, we're gonna be at their house. Let's go check it out, all right? Nice and clear water. Woohoo! See all the way down. Fish are nice and tame. They've been getting hand fed, I bet. Right in this spot. The lily had just flowered, but the lilies are nice and healthy. They're sending up new growth. Pond is looking fantastic. Look at all these plants these guys have done for us. Just looks awesome. The beach area is working great for bringing in birds and animals. They've already gotten a lot of rare birds here, which is awesome. Butterflies on that. Look at all this hard work they put in. That is just one of the best compliments to us as artists, is just the constant of evolution and adding to the greenery, to the space, and really making it their own. I mean, look at this hillside. That's like the perfect representation of what we'd like your hillside to look like when we're done. Some outcroppings, some plantings, some trees that are gonna go a little bit bigger, some brush, some bushes, and some real good stuff to make this a private escape. They got this awesome walkway they did themselves. It looks fantastic. Nice bump out, really welcoming. And all the plants just are really setting us off. And you're gonna have things blooming at different times, which is awesome. So they've got all this really set up to be a blooming garden at all these different times. Our Mughal pine made it. We really tried to protect that. Got some annuals planted, some really cool spots to sit. An herb garden right here, so it just smells fantastic. I can't tell you how good this smells, but they've got all sorts of parsley, tarragon, rosemary, lavender, maybe not rosemary, sage, and it just smells fantastic. And what they said is this cardinal flower is really doing a good job of kind of blocking where they like to sit at it from, so it's really inviting the birds. So if I weren't talking right now and we sat and were able to be quiet for a few minutes, I bet we'd see some cool birds come and fly in here. You can already see them approaching. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for project number 16. How cool is that? This is project 16 of 2022. It is our Small Plus. Now we're starting to switch away from our packages because now we have a great sample size for you to choose from. And what we're gonna start going towards is more of a custom build. So when we start talking about what our custom is, this is gonna be a 10-foot long pondless waterfall. We actually pushed it to a 12 feet long. It was gonna include an 18-inch height change, but we got it to a 24-inch height change. What that means is where the waterfall is starting to where it's going back into the gravel, we have 24 inches of height change. It was important for me to do that so that they could sit on their porch up here and enjoy it, and that we get a good rich sound projecting up into their house. One of our clients was asking me today, well, are people going with more pondless waterfalls? It really depends. Our clients go with them if they travel a lot, or if they have something in the front yard, or if they don't want the burden of taking care of fish and water plants. With a pondless waterfall, you can turn it on and off however you like. And check out how quickly we were able to turn this area into a live, breathing entity. Listen to that rich sound. Brad's done a great job of showcasing this with his B-roll, getting our sounds at every different waterfall, and now our editor is going to turn it into a special montage. Project number 16 is complete. Check this out. sponsored by Pond King Water Gardens. Living works of art, 1 yard at a time.